Hello, this is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. Today we're going to take a look at a very universal battery charger. This is the Nitecore Digi D4 charger, and it will charge an unbelievable number of battery types. Here's a listing. And the beauty of this is I am now getting into where I'm using these 18650 batteries in some of my newer shortwave radios and flashlights. And of course I'm still using the old styled nickel metal hydride, nickel cadmium AA, AAA batteries. In this charger, unlike some of the newer chargers that only charge this type of battery, will charge both type simultaneously. And since it's an intelligent charger, it will charge them individually and determine what the charging voltage should be. So I'm going to show you this little gem today. Here's all the features, and we're going to go over some of these features as we take a look at it. So let's take a look at it. Okay, here is the charger itself. It will hold, and let me zoom in a little bit, get you an up-close view of it. There we go. It will hold 4 batteries, and they can be any type of battery that's listed on the chart there. And right now, it's turned itself off because it didn't see any batteries inserted. So I'm going to insert some batteries here. They're in various states of charge. Here is, I also suggest that you get these little plastic battery containers, because if you got a bunch of batteries in a box or something, they tend to want to short out. So I bought these, they're very inexpensive. I bought these little cases, universal. You can get them in different sizes. So here is 2. These are the 18650 batteries, and I'll take one of these and stick it in there. Here we go. And it comes to life. It saw that there was a battery, and it came to life. It does a little battery test each time you insert a new battery to check the parameters of the battery to figure out what it should be charging it at and how long, when it thinks it's going to be fully charged. And whether it's a dead battery, if you put a battery in here that's been damaged and it's like 0 volts, it'll check that and say, no, I ain't going to try to charge that guy. And it'll come up with ERR, meaning there was an error. And it does that for each slot and each battery you insert, regardless of what kind it is. So it is starting to charge this battery. Like I say, this battery, these 2 batteries, I had recently charged and put them in a storage container, so they're pretty well charged. So you can see the time it has charged, the voltage it's at right now, and the current that it's charging at. So let's try a different one. That one's on its way, and here's, of course, here is a graphic indication of the charge level, how much this particular battery is charged up. Okay, over here, I don't know if you can see it, and there's a lot of glare. Come on, camera. Come on, focus. Well, my camera is just not cooperating this morning. There we go. Oh, there it is. Over here, it will tell you the charge mode. I haven't found anything in the paperwork that comes with it that tell you what the various modes, but if you're into charging batteries and different type of batteries, you probably know what these modes are. Okay, and if you do, put a comment in so the rest of us will know, because I don't know. So we're going to try a different battery. Put this down. And here's another little case. This case is for AA batteries, and I have a couple in here. Take them out. This is a T Energy battery. I haven't had much success for these. So we're going to stick one in there and see what it does with it. Maybe it'll say it's not any good anymore. So we'll stick this down in here. And now it's switched to that one automatically. It says it's, well, I saw it there for a second. I'm going to let it cycle back. It's at 1.2 volts. It measures what the voltage level is. And that's part of the decision it uses to determine if this battery is good or it needs charging. And right now it's showing here on the graphic display that this battery needs charging. It's only like 1 bar out of 5, so it definitely needs charging. And that battery has been sitting for a while, so that's not surprising. Then it also tells you the charging current. There it is, 750 milliamps, that it's charging this battery right now. And I got 2 buttons over here on the side. One is a mode button and one is a slot selection, so you can make it move to the various slots. So I'm going to make it move back to that first slot. Right now that little arrow is pointing to this slot, so the information you're getting here is about the battery in this slot. Okay. So now I'm going to select the slot button. Now it's moved over to this slot. So it's charging this battery also at 750 mils, and it's telling you that it's at 4.08 volts, and it has been charging for 4 minutes. Now this particular charger, it's got a beautiful display. You like that display? Sorry, because I've got a lot of lights on right now, so this shows up better on my camera, so it's reflective, but without all those lights on, it's very easy to read, nice and big. And it also has a mode where you can turn the display off, and yet it's still charging and monitoring the batteries, but the display is off, so that, because this puts out quite a bit of light, so it doesn't disturb you if this is in the same room you're trying to take a nap. Just another feature it has. Now we can, so it's right now it's got 2 batteries in there, so it's charging at 750 mils, and we can go back to this battery. Now maybe this battery we don't want it to charge at that high a rate. You can manually select the charge rate and lower it. So if we go to mode, and now so you can see I push and held down the mode button, and now when it comes back up you can see that now it's charging at 300 milliamps instead of 750. And we go back and select the first slot, and it's charging at 698. It was charging at 750. And what it does is it has a total charge capacity of the entire charger, entire charger. And so it shares that charging capacitor among these slots. As you put in more batteries, it reduces the charge on each battery, the charge rate on each battery, because it has a maximum charge rate of the whole charger. Now we'll see this in a second. So it's at 748 right now, and I'm going to stick in another battery over here in the third slot. And now as soon as you put in a new battery, it goes to that battery and gives you the status on that battery. So that battery right there that I put in is at 3.93 volts. That's its status. And now the charge rate on that battery is 375 coming up milliamps. Now if we go back to slot 1, it's at 4.11 and it's 364. So since it's getting close to being fully charged, it's dropping off. but it dropped down to that lower value because now we have 3 batteries in here. If I put a 4th battery, I'm going to put this E-loop battery, which it will charge E-loop batteries. I'm putting that in slot 4. Switches to slot 4, tells me the status. There's the time it's been charging. It's down to 1.29. It's now charging at 375 milliamps. If I go back to slot 1, it's charging it at 386. So again, it's taking that total amount that the charger has as a capacity for charging and distributing it over these batteries. If you take some of these batteries out, let's just go backwards. Let's take this battery out, take this battery out, and we'll take this battery out. Oops, get my little fat finger in there. And now we only have 1 battery, and you can see now it's charging at, come on, 764 milliamps. So now it doesn't have to distribute the current to other batteries, so it's using its max charge rate for this particular kind of battery. I hope you understand that. It will, like I say, it does test each battery as you put it in to make sure the battery is not damaged and it doesn't try to charge a dead battery, which you don't want to do that. It will detect when the battery is fully charged. It monitors it continuously. When it gets up to the voltage of a fully charged battery of this particular type, then it stops charging it. So it doesn't overcharge the battery. That's another nice feature. Also, if you have a battery that did have some voltage on it, but there's something wrong with the battery, so it's not taking a charge, after 20 hours of charging, if it has not reached its maximum voltage that it should reach for that type of battery, it will turn off the charging for that battery. So that's another protection. Okay. Okay, I covered the charging time. Again, the display is real nice and easy to read. Now, let's take this battery out. And one thing that Nitecore, when they sent me this charger for a review, told me about was, oh, by the way, when you first turn it on or it doesn't have any batteries in there, it displays a model number. This is a D4 model number. So that's what that D4 is. But they told me that there's a couple of ways to detect if this is a knockoff, a copy, because apparently this is such a popular charger that there are a lot of companies, not a lot, but there's some companies out there that are trying to duplicate it and selling it for a slightly lower price, and it doesn't really have all the functions and the quality that a original Nitecore charger has. And there's ways you can detect that. Okay, let me unplug this. One way, I'll go back to the box, is on the box there is this special decal. You see if I can get my camera to lock onto it. Come on, camera, wake up. I know you can do it, camera. What I need is an intelligent camera. But anyway, I don't know if it's ever going to zoom in or focus. There's this decal on the box that has this little icon here, which is one of those icons you can scan with your radio. I mean, with your cell phone to verify that it's authentic. And also has scratch off for validation code. Oops, there we go. Thank you, camera. You're a little late to the party. So that's one way you can detect if this is a true Nitecore product, because the people that are creating these knockoffs, they're doing a great job of the box and making it look exactly alike, and even the charger itself looks like the real thing, but it's not up to the standards of the real thing. Now, another way they told me is, and you can go on their website and get this information, is these contacts here are copper, and they're coated copper, which means they're non-magnetic, non-ferrous metal. So you can take a magnet, and I've got a little magnet here, and it will not stick to those contacts. It falls off. Now I'll show you, here's a screwdriver, and I can pick up that magnet, and you can see that it definitely is a magnet. So that's two ways you can detect whether this is a knockoff or not. Definitely don't buy one of those knockoffs, although they may be a lot cheaper. You run the risk of damaging your batteries and or causing a fire. This thing is, if we go on the back on the box here, I think it's on the box someplace. Yeah, it says it's certified by ROHF, CE, FCCC, and CEC. So this is a certified product. Has all the built-in protection to protect you from damaging your batteries or causing a fire. So anyway, I really like this charger. I like the fact, this is the thing that really sells me on this product, is the fact that I can charge all kinds of batteries. These new type batteries that like the Texan 880 radio uses, and these old style nickel cadmium and nickel metal hydride batteries. So I can use one charger to charge all kinds of batteries. So that's the show. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks to Nitecore for sending me this product for review. Bye-bye.